2, 1. Blast off. Whoo! Whoo! What it do? Friday. Come on, y'all. Thank God it's Friday. Friday. Thank God it's Friday. AunTeaFee and hello, hello, hello. Come on in, let's talk about it. Come on in, let's talk about what's going on. Come on in. Did y'all catch that in upload this morning? At 5 something this morning. My song and dance and my intro was cut off. So y'all have no idea what I said about what's going on. So come on in the house. Y'all know I'm on borrowed time. Let's go. Let's go. It's dot connecting time. Let's go. It's dot connecting time. AunTeaFee, we finna connect some dots. Yes, indeed, Auntie. Come on in. It's the weekend. It's the weekend. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Is it good news, AunTeaFee? It's making some sense to what's going on. Hey, Rena. Baby. But hey, Jerome, I'm listening to you all the time. We've been, baby, we finna get deep. We finna go to Mexico. We finna go underground. We finna connect some dots, baby. We finna eat, and drink sip some tea. We finna eat. Let's go. You hungry? Baby, I told you. Them busts, them raids, even the FBI the day before with that Bell's bondman raid. Do you mean to tell me that the cartel was tied to that, AunTeaFee? And so was Memphis. Was it connected to DeSoto County? Is that why the feds put that gag order on that DA? Reckon? You reckon? Reckon they knew they was finna have this bust and this connection? Reckon? Baby. See, what they didn't want me to say this morning, because they cut it off. I damn sure said it. But once it uploaded, it was gone. It's like, well, what happened to what I said? So they don't know that cartel, El Chapo and Craig Petties was partners. They don't know that them people that just got busted in El Paso, that had that $15 million bounty on their head, $15 million bounty on their head. The F, the B, the I, the U.S. Marshals, one of the most wanted. They had a $15 million bounty on, thank you, on their head. Oh, my 15 mil. That just got busted in where? Texas. Was tied to who? The drug cartel in Memphis. The most notorious in Memphis, they said, was Craig Petties. That they had to go to Mexico, the DEA. Remember? You remember they came out with the story about Petties when they thought that the trial was going to start for Dolph. Do y'all remember that? He came out on the news They brought that story, how he had to go to to Mexico to get him because El Chapo them was protecting Petties. Yeah, it was Petties who had the cartel connect. Yeah, from Memphis, Texas, Alabama. Where did they say? About just North Carolina. Where did the chief work? Where California, everywhere she worked, that is one of the places and towns and cities and shit that this cartel had connections. And now I'm hearing that this El Mayo had connections with the police in the U.S. I said, are we surprised? Now the Houston police chief that resigned or quit or got fired, now he trying to say they forced him out. So he trying to get ahead of whatever's finna come out. Yes, indeed, Auntie. Wow. Wow. Yes, indeed. Didn't the other day I said, Petties. They just arrested a Petties. Emmett Petties. Didn't I just say that? Because I brought up Aisha Petties, that was Petties' ex-worker dated his little family member. She was like 20, 30 years younger than him. And then he killed her. Did we just discuss that? Didn't they just have this big old raid in Houston? 53 people. And the next day, no, let me put it in the proper order. The DA in Mississippi, DeSoto County, where Quit is supposed to be. And where that Zimmerman guy walked away from. They put a gag order on him, right? Made him shut up. You can't say shit about Zimmerman. Now, where does Zimmerman come from? Houston. Oh, Harris County. Harris County. Where Quit daughter killed? Harris County. Where is one of his second homes with Lil Flip them? Harris County. Where did Finesse 2 times get caught? We just discussed this, right? Harris County. We just discussed this. It's a whole slew of people that is tied to Harris County with this bail bond. So why this morning when I find out that El Chapo, a son in El Mayo, who was tied to Petties, it's all in paperwork. He was protected in Mexico by this same Sinaloa cartel. These are, yeah, look like you remind me of a guy that I look like Mary. Yeah. So are y'all seeing the connection? Now, because they caught him, they set him up. They did a sting operation. So they're saying somebody on the inside. Tell it. Somebody on the inside tell it. Somebody on the inside dropping a dime. So that means that, well, we already know Petties talk. He got 9 life sentences, right? But we also know, no more drama. Okay. So we also know that these people in Memphis, Texas, some of these rappers. Oh, why did I just find out that a lot of these, well, did I already know that? Undercover informers, the hell, half of them ain't even rappers. They just plants. Yeah. And before I forget, Lil Baby, manager, partner, he got killed kind of the same way that, what's his name? ESTG manager got killed. He was in the car sitting in the Rolls Royce. They don't get back. Because this was the second shooting, murder, attempted murder of a concert where Lil Baby got popped. AunTeaFee, did you just shift gears? Yes, I had to shift gears just in case I forgot. Yeah, somebody trying to send little baby a message. They got his manager, partner, whatever, the same way they got EST. G. You reckon CMG? Because they was saying EST was trying to leave. Hi, Gore. Hi. So, look, hold it. Can we hold that? Can we hold that? How come there's no shooting? JM, this is not, I'm not talking about Taylor Swift. I don't know nothing about why they don't do what they do with Taylor Smith. Don't make me remove you, baby. Stay on topic. I don't know nothing about Taylor Swift. Maybe because Moneybag gave her a pass. Maybe because, I don't know, because at one point, MONEYBAGGYO was eating up in Taylor Swift's ass. Y'all remember that? He gave up a concert so she could have one. Y'all remember that? Ask Moneybag. Why he gave her a pass, but he be a part of when people try to shoot up and kill a black folk. Ask your boy Moneybag. But he having problems too, ain't he? Okay, let me go. I was about to say CMG behind that. I don't know. A lot of people, people don't get back. And when I think about this cartel, especially when they was talking about this man was going to he wasn't going to El Paso. Where was he going? Morning, boss lady. Hey, boss lady. Ooh, it is so heavy, baby, with that cartel. That cartel bust in Texas. That man had $15 million. $15 million bounty on his head by the U.S. Marshals. It was the FBI who did the raid in Texas that was tied to some people in Memphis that's tied to Dolph case. And now today, El Chapo son, hey, Leticia, and his partner, founding partner, Mayo, got busted in El Paso. So that means all of that. And guess what? It's not just drug smuggling, money laundering, kidnapping, and murder. It's human trafficking. So you mean like that girl from the cookie shop that was in Mississippi that was a part of conspiracy she would outbomb because of sex trafficking, the one that the cookie girl got out, and now she is a part of a conspiracy with human trafficking? You mean that the cartel that's tied to Memphis, Mississippi, it's tied to this cartel people that just got busted that have $15 million bounty on their head. Just all around doing. So you mean to tell me that girl, that's in Mississippi on human trafficking, They said they wanted the higher ups, didn't they? Reckon that's what they trying to get. If this man had been he has evaded arrest for how many years? They finna hit them with a whole slew of stuff, including fentanyl, cocaine, Mustang, whatever, smuggling, murder, hitmen, and human trafficking. I told y'all it was all full circle. And when I went to the paperwork long time ago working, I'll catch up replay. Okay, when bye, LaKendra, have a good day at work. Hey, whoever done came in, Vanessa made it. Hey, y'all. So that means that all of this stuff that's been going on, the memes, the bobos, the the Bovans, the Crumps. You remember all them folk that I had that part 1, part 2? Trying to do part 3. All the old OGs that was around when Petties was hot on them streets. Huh? Because remember, I told y'all about 4 or 5 months ago, that man he's still calling hits. He's still calling hits. Remember when I told y'all that man that old man had on his show, he said that there was a few people who they wanted to pull back on and they couldn't pull back on because there was some people that was higher. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? That was higher up that said it had to go on. And what nothing nobody can do, not even Daddyo. He couldn't stop it. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? And then I said, they couldn't stop it. I said then, that's what made me start going heavy on Petties. He's still ordering hits. He still have control in them streets. He still got workers. He still, and he, hold me. I had to lean against the wall. He stayed on Dove Street. You learn AunTeaFee. Yeah. I bet Jay Prince, I know Jay Prince, baby, I know YOG0TTI pissed. Because now we know how deep this shit is, how closely knit it is. They looking for properties. He was probably trying to get something worked out with them people in Dubai. But boo, surely his plug wasn't a cartel. Huh? Surely. Because they said mama, auntie Linda, auntie Janet. Auntie Janet was married to the Bovan. So auntie Mama Jerry, they say Eric Bovan was daddy uncle. I'm gonna leave that alone for now. But he was, yeah, who set the pace for them. So they was connected to the cartel by way of Petties. You remember, I found the old jail prison picture where Crump was with Petties. That's that part 1, part 2 of the old OGs. Y'all remember that? So that means that all of them. He was the plug. The plug just got busted. The little ring that they had with the fake bail bondsman and shit. The fake bail bombing went so far back as when Petties. It's in Petties paperwork too. Did y'all see that on my first upload this morning too? So yes, that drug bust wasn't just big because it was a cartel in El Chapo, because El Chapo had connections in Memphis. Yes, indeed. The Woods, the Bobos. The Bobos had the pimps and the hoes. So they was over, you know, the human trafficking and shit. Just like the little girl that the cookie people got out. She was a worker. I said that she worked for somebody, right? She wasn't a higher up. She took orders from somebody who is always a chance. I said shit was finna start rolling downhill. Did I not just say that shit don't roll up, it rolls down? Yes, indeed. Now, why was me in town yesterday? What was, baby, because they have had gag orders, bus, major bus. The feds was hot. I said the F, the B, the I, the yellow, the white car people are in town. That's why they shipped in Houston, Dallas too. Absolutely. Vanessa, they just had a big bust in Houston yesterday, day before. Yes. With the boat, 53 people, the FBI arrested. Don't they have bail bombing issues in Memphis? Same thing. They had chief of police problems in Houston. They have chief of police problems in Memphis. Chattanooga, she went on quit, remember? Hi, Alfonso Knight. That's what's going on. So when y'all see everything, make sure y'all do y'all research, baby, with this El Chapo, because that is finna get heavy. That, excuse me, is going to make some people go ahead and take some deals. Oh, my. Come on to Dallas. Oh, yes, they have to. And they said that it's an inside job because one of El Chapo's other sons had already been picked up in Chicago. And where? Put a chick in a car, then you got Chicago. Ain't that what they used to say as a kid? Yes. So he was already telling. He was already working on getting some lower numbers. So it's gonna be ugly. Ugly in Houston. Ugly in Atlanta. It was Atlanta, North Carolina. Yes, child. I remember that. It's gonna get ugly. Ugly. And we already know that there's some snitchings on the rosters. We was talking about the local ones. Yeah. Now we finding out El Chapo already had some. We know Petties snitched. And still got 9 life sentences. This is why y'all Dolph was like crossing. Baby, it's ugly. They should have left him alone. I told y'all this was bigger than Dolph. So I remember when people used to say, well, what does this have to do with Dolph? What does this have to do with Dolph? Shit. It has everything to do with him. I told y'all there was some things. Mo3 too. I've always said I think that there was things that they saw that they did not want to be a part of. And once they knew what the full spectrum of what was going on, there was already heat in the streets. But then there also was a bounty increased on their head. That man, Mr. Iron, said even when they wanted to pull back off of it, they couldn't because there was a couple of higher ups who would not rescind. It had to go on. Dolph had to be taken out. That's why I was supposed to have been that Monday. And when it didn't happen that Monday, they said wherever you catch him, he cannot come out alive. Tell it how a T.I. is. So I need for y'all to stay woke with what's going on with this mob, this cartel, this underground. They said murder. They said trafficking, all type, especially. They said that they were smuggling over enough fentanyl to kill everybody in the U.S. of A. Everybody, AunTeaFee! Everybody in the USA. They was trying to wipe us out. Absolutely. They had a plan. And if you don't think, what's his name? Big Juke. He couldn't, it was bigger than him. That's why the mom and them sick as a dog. Yes, she saw how he was taken out. But they said Linda and Janet was still dibbling and dabbling up until this day. And I just heard that Mayo had connections with the police departments in the USA. I believe that. That's how they was getting away with stuff. That's how people could say, the police could say, them folk ain't involved. Because y'all was dirty. Absolutely. That's why y'all was saying it. Because y'all was all one big, happy, dirty, drug smuggling, human trafficking family. Absolutely. Until now. So all y'all online prostitutes, online imps and O's, online all them undercover parties and I was shut all that down because they watching. There's a leak in this old building and somebody is snitching big time in the U.S. and in Mexico. Yeah, they tricked that man to go look at some property. Go look at some property where you thought you was finna smuggle some people out. You thought you was finna get some of your workers out the country who the feds was looking at. You was trying to secure them a place because they said Petties was well taken care of with security, housing, everything. Because he was a good worker. See, he made them money. Believe that. And some of them Congress, okay, let's go. Baby, shit finna start rolling downhill. Absolutely. Oh, I know Petties is sick. Because he was still ordering hits from prison. He was still working. That's why these folks were so confident wasn't shit gonna happen. That was the plan. That was the plan. That's why they kept pushing it back. And that's when they had to come on with it. Because soon as this trial is over with straight drop and cornbread, Cornetto, they finna hit their asses with these hot ass number Ricos, if not before. I told y'all this was gonna be the biggest one. I told y'all that shit 2 years ago. Now, I didn't know it was going to go as deep with this cartel like that. I didn't know that they was going to set up El Chapo's co-founder and his son. I didn't know his other son was going to be the one that gave them up, set them up to go look for some property. What you need property for? Where you going? Where did you think you was going? Who was you trying to make these big business deals? So who said that, no, it don't matter what happened, we going to be rich for life. It don't matter what happened to me, y'all going to be rich for life. Really? Was you a part of this cartel that they just brought down? I've been said that, hadn't I, Letitia? I've been saying that, but I can go back to my archives. That's why that last video that I just uploaded that have the cartel, I put two links to my old videos about this shit that's happening right now with Petties, Bovans, Mims, what other the Hewletts, Crumps, Woods. Yeah. And then I said, y'all remember yesterday when I kept saying, Lewis. Why would that man kill that man, his supervisor, over somebody? Over the one who and what was he trying to get allow in to do something in there to the point where you shot that man? He was your supervisor. If he said give me the one, then hell, give him the one. But who did you want to let slide through? Y'all remember I said that? Well, hell, when I was doing some investigation early this morning at 5 something, two of the code people that got busted with that was still working for Petties, hell, they Lewis's in Memphis. the Lewis brothers. I said, okay. It was another name that I saw that I said, I was just talking about how they passed that shit down. The older mob passed them down to their sons. That's why that when his daddy got out, he did 20 years, never snitched. And when his dad got out, he said, oh shit, it's finna be on now. Pop's home. But he's so smooth with it. Make a sense. Full circle. It's full circle. Ain't them dots connecting? And you know why ain't nobody really talking about it and connecting it? Because they went way over there. They went, oh, it's me or Jay. Oh, it's this, that, and the other. Oh. You was way over there when you should have been over here. But I like the solo effect, baby. I like the solo effect, because when them dots connect, they look real good to me in my tea sippers. It makes sense to me in my tea sippers. I don't know nothing about what they got going over there. And then, and big ass circle. Ooh, ain't it big? Ooh, big old pot of gumbo, ain't it? It's like, ooh, big mama, I can't stir this. This just too much. No, I can't make this. Now, guess what? Now, you know that content creator that used to try to bully and harass me that I told y'all he got busted and he in jail. And now they changed his picture. The Big Reed guy. They changed his picture and then he just kind of disappeared. Where he at? Is he still in Dallas County? Is he in Hunts County? Where he at? Why isn't they telling me that he deep dirty, deep down dirty, and ooh he a part of some child trafficking? I said, oh Lord. Didn't I tell that man that he would be picking them kids up at the corner store? Didn't I tell? I told him that when we were scratching one time. He was like, oh, Cam, she can't say that. Oh, no, you lowered my mic. She said that I ain't recount a thing. I ain't recount nothing. You play with them kids. And Lord, I find out that he has some trafficking. AunTeaFee, this is the same guy that other content creator wanted people to pay his bills for him while he in jail. He got a human trafficking in his background. That's why he said he hated me. Because AunTeaFee peeped that shit. AunTeaFee, you speechless? I am speechless. I knew he had that nasty, trifling. He hate women. He talked to him so disrespectful. He was a part of human trafficking in Dallas. He snatched up folk and then beat them. Can't fool with baby. Yeah. Him. He baked cookies. Another cookie baker. Part of or tied to somebody who is doing human trafficking. Yeah, I gotta go. Y'all hear my buzzer going off. Hold on, let's see how long I got. Yeah, oh, nasty, trifling, selling folk, grabbing folk in the cookie van, kidnapping people and all that type of shit. And then you got another content creator wanting to mess with the old women to pay his bills for him. Type of mess is that? What type of mess is that? What type of mess is that? Yes, indeed, Hunty. Hold on. I'm trying to let y'all hear something while I get this together over here. I done got hot. Mad. Can y'all believe that?
This summer, pick a
cut the fan, and I'm hot.
Style it.
Can y'all believe that? Yes, indeed, he has trafficking in his human trafficking. They didn't say that. And then when they started telling me what was all there, they said I can't say no more. She said cookie baker with some authority. Snatching kids. Same thing, same story. There is always one in Texas, seem like, and there's always one in Memphis. But this time, the cookie people where Dolph was taken out got that girl out of jail. I told you I couldn't shake that, didn't I? Didn't I tell y'all that? Why y'all not saying nothing? I want y'all to hear this man. I did not tell y'all that was a problem for me. Didn't I tell y'all that? That was a problem. That was a problem. So yes, that big raid, that trafficking. What is wrong? El Chico, Mayo is tied to Memphis. Zambada. Hold on. I want y'all to hear it, baby. When I heard them say human trafficking, I said, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Yes, you told us. Yeah, Brooklyn. Sometimes, I ain't gonna even lie. Sometimes I'd rather not be right. But, baby, if I'm right, I'm right. And yeah. This one.
The leader of one of the world's biggest drug cartels has been arrested in Texas. Ismail Zambada, known as El Mayo, was earlier charged by U.S. prosecutors with conspiracy to make and distribute fentanyl, the drug that has been blamed for the U.S. opioid crisis. Our correspondent in Mexico City, Daniel Pardo.
If you didn't know, you
Mayo was the founder, one of the 3 founders.
Y'all hit the like button for me, please.
Probably the biggest drug trafficking company in the world. He was 76 years old, and he had managed to be out of imprisonment, not to be detained, for 4 decades in the business. So he was a big shot in this business. And there's certain things about his portfolio that are interesting. First of all, he managed to be out of detention because he had a low profile, which is very different to the culture of these dark lords. It is said that he never slept 2 nights in a row in the same place. And the other thing is that he was in charge in the business. So he was a big shot in this business. And there's certain things about his portfolio that are interesting. First of all, he managed to be out of detention because he had a low profile, which is very different to the culture of these dark lords. It is said that he never slept 2 nights in a row in the same place. And the other thing is that he was in charge of the operation that didn't have to do really with drug trafficking, but more with money laundering businesses. He had companies in the business of milk and construction all over Mexico. And he was kind of the most civil sort of leader of the Sinaloa Cartel, in the sense that he had really close contacts in the political and the policing system.
What?
Okay, and so
hold on. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that?
He had really close contacts in the political and the policing system.
Policing.
Okay, so tell us a bit about...
He had really good contact with the political and the policing system.
Had really close contacts in the political and the policing system.
Okay, and so tell us a bit about the circumstances of this.
Now, y'all know, when I heard that, I said, Lord. Lord. Is that why they having all these problems with the police? Hey, Max, hit the like button. Shout out to AunTeaFee, the dot connector. I'll take that. I need a t-shirt, Maze. The dot connector. So you mean to tell me I'm about to stink? I'm at this stank-ass job, but listening to... Okay. Well, I can't say mine is stank because I'm at home, but I was working. You know? I've been giving y'all my lunch. I guess I ate so much this damn weekend, I can afford not to eat lunch for a few days. You know what I mean? But yes, the policing and the politics. Don't that sound about right? You just got this chief, what's his name? Chief Troy Finner. He done already had to be, he said they forced him to resign. No, nigga, you done some shit you weren't supposed to be doing. You was finna get busted. They said they've been investigating you for a while. But you thought that you was cute and fine enough that you was going to be able to get past it. I was just thinking about, okay, Reba Fluff, baby, you don't know where you are. You took the wrong route, right? Yeah, y'all say bye to Reba Fluff. Wave bye. Bye, Reba. Rebel, what was it? What was your name? Reba Fluff. Bye, heifer. Bye, heifer. Yeah. Yeah. And then we know that they just fired that assistant, you know, in Memphis and about finna walk out the chief because everywhere Dolph was attempted assassinated or assassinated, you work there. And then there's a connection with this cartel and Petties with them same cities and states. Did y'all see my upload? Okay, y'all listen. Y'all ready to listen? Hit the road, Jack. Bye, fluffy ass. Bye, 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 fluffy ass. Think about where you at. Yeah, let's listen. Shit, bye.
And he was kind of the most civil sort of leader of the Sinaloa cartel in the sense that he had really close contacts in the political and the policing system.
Okay, and so tell us a bit about the circumstances of this arrest in what looks like a sting operation.
Yes, he was looking to go to the south of Mexico in order to check on these clandestine airfields. The operation was was organized by an associate of his. But instead of taking him to the south of Mexico, he took him into Texas, where he was arrested. So
Texas.
The man who was
they say don't mess with Texas, baby.
dodge the police for 40 years in the business, at the end was organized by an associate of his. But instead of taking him to the south of Mexico, he took him into Texas.
So he was set up by somebody he know.
Where he was Mexico in order to check on these.
Somebody he knows got that $15 million bounty reward that was out for him.
Airfields. The operation was was organized by an associate of his. But instead of taking him to the south of Mexico, he took him into Texas, where he was arrested. So the man who was able to, dodge the police for 40 years in the business, at the end was arrested because he was fooled.
And in terms of who he was fooled by, are you able to say?
No, not really. We don't have that information.
Say that again, sorry?
We don't have that information, really. What's really likely to happen, though, is that these people who were in contact with the U.S. authorities are going to continue to, talk and give them information. And the man himself, El Mayo, is going to start talking.
Which is why they was telling that DA to shut up.
So it's really likely that
and the judge ordered a gag order. Yeah, right before this now. And Zimmerman was out of Texas.
The man himself, really, we don't have that information.
Say that again, sorry?
We don't have that information, really. What's really likely to happen, though, is that these people who were in contact with the U.S. authorities are going to continue to, talk and give them information. And the man himself, El Mayo, is going to start talking. This is the first time that he's going to be in contact with the authorities. So it's really likely that this is going to change things all over the Sinaloa cartel, but also those branches of the political and the economic system that are in touch with the cartel.
Yeah, and what happens, though, in terms of the legal process? Do you know what the time scale is of things or anything like that?
Well, we can think about El Chapo Guzman, the previous leader of the Sinaloa cartel who was arrested in 2017. He was sentenced to a life in prison 2 years after in the United States. So that is likely the timing in which he's going to, be processed and, speak to the authorities in the United States.
Hold on. Let's listen.
Missouri has a crime problem, so my opponent Will Scharf acts tough on TV, but he's weak.
Real life narco busted.
In a significant blow to one of the world's most powerful drug trafficking organizations, U.S. authorities have apprehended Ismael El Mayo Zambada Garcia, the co-founder of the Mexican Sinaloa drug cartel. The arrest, made alongside the detention of Joaquin Guzman Lopez, another leader of the cartel, marks a pivotal moment in the ongoing battle against international drug trafficking. The U.S. Department of Justice announced the arrests in a statement released on Thursday, with Attorney General Merrick Garland describing the Sinaloa cartel as one of the most violent and powerful drug trafficking organizations in the world.
Most powerful.
Both men are facing multiple charges in the United States for leading the cartel's criminal operations, including its deadly fentanyl manufacturing.
Violent and powerful drug trafficking organizations in the world.
Both men are facing multiple charges in the United States for leading the cartel's criminal operations, including its deadly fentanyl manufacturing and trafficking networks.
Zambada, who has been a fugitive since his 2012 indictment on charges of murder, conspiracy, drug trafficking, money laundering, and organized crime, is considered one of the most consequential
organized crime. Let's listen.
Trafficking, money laundering, and organized crime is considered one of the most
Rico?
consequential traffickers in Mexico's history. He co-founded the Sinaloa cartel with Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, who was extradited to the United States in 2017 and is currently serving a life sentence in a maximum security prison following his 2019 conviction.
Oh, yeah, it's deep, y'all.
Joaquin Guzman Lopez, the son of El Chapo, was detained alongside Zambada in El Paso, Texas. The arrest of Guzman Lopez was first reported by Reuters, which cited 2 U.S. officials stating that the men were detained after landing in a private plane.
The Justice Department has taken into custody 2 additional alleged leaders of the Sinaloa cartel.
So does that mean that the pilot was involved? Or did they switch out the pilots and the pilot was really a Fed on this private plane?
Criminal operations, including its deadly fentanyl
Stay woke.
manufacturing and
stating that the men were detained after landing in a private plane.
The Justice Department has taken into custody 2 additional alleged leaders of the Sinaloa cartel, one of the most violent and powerful drug trafficking organizations in the world. Zambada and Guzman Lopez face multiple charges in the U.S. for heading the cartel's criminal operations, including its deadly fentanyl manufacturing and trafficking networks.
Following El Chapo's extradition, his criminal empire was inherited by his 4 sons, known collectively as Los Chapitos, who took over his faction of the cartel and became some of the biggest exporters of fentanyl to the United States.
One of them sons is talking. One of them sons was picked up in Chicago,
including its deadly fentanyl manufacturing and trafficking networks.
Following El Chapo's extradition, his criminal empire was inherited by his 4 sons, known collectively as Los Chapitos, who took over his faction of the cartel and became some of the biggest exporters of fentanyl.
One of them is working with the feds. So listen, here locally, I thought I wrote his name down. And I normally don't write down stuff. So that bail bonds mess that happened in Houston with the big 53, that's tied to El Mayo now. Because y'all remember 3 people got away. 2 ladies and 1 guy, 1 foreigner. YOGOTTI I got YOGOTTI's name that would be tied to this, which would be the Mims sisters, the Mims, his aunties, who taught him everything that he know. that came out of his mouth. The whole Mexican family. The Petties, the Govans, Hernandez, Govan. The Zimmerman man, the Crumps. I think majority of the Bobos is gone. And the one that I was familiar with, hell, she got hit with a Rico already out of Memphis with some fraudulent stuff. Yeah. Hold on. Let me pull it up and tell you what cities was tied to Petties before he got busted. Because North Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, Texas, Georgia. And I said, well, hell, everywhere the chief was is where Petties, which would have also meant El Chapo and them, had connections. That chief, that interim ass is in trouble. So let me finish what I'm doing here. I'll be back later. Stay tuned. I'm gonna preset it. Oh yeah, she's involved. She's involved. Absolutely. The shooting in Clarksdale, it was just too much. The attorney last night trying to get that cop back on the force, you know, and he already had some funding, which was why he got decertified. I told you I was out for a circle. Moneybag, you know. Houston, I'm just talking about Houston right now. Black Youngster, Snooty Wild, Govan. Oh, what's the other cat's name? That did a lot. What's his name? A Takeoff. Mob Ties. Back. No, Shamar, I don't have to back the fuck up. But you got to go. You got a TYBA. Y'all say bye to Jeremel, ugly ass. Hoe ass. It's probably that girl that be giving up booty and shit for free. She got dragged today. Probably somebody who mad because I was laughing at her ass because Woo tagged that ass. Woo. Yeah, it's probably some of them cheerleaders, them sidewalkers, mad because they can't fight for their fucking self. Mad because I brought up Reed, that Reed has some trafficking. Yeah, some human trafficking. Yeah, in that record. And y'all sidewalk, sorry ass people wanted to pay his bills. Y'all wanted to pay a human trafficker who snatches kids. Y'all want to pay their bills. Type of shit is that. Trifling ass. Buy food. Yeah, Duke the jeweler. Yeah. Hold on. Let me find something. Oh, hoe ass. Ugly ass. That's why old girl dragged y'all asses today. She dragged your ass for filth. And when I say filth, I do mean filth. Absolutely just as filthy.
And welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. We do have some breaking news to get to. We're learning a major arrest was just made by the Department of Justice here regarding drug cartels and drug trafficking. This is quite the big kahuna here. So this is what we know, that the Justice Department just issued the following statement from Attorney General Merrick Garland on the arrests of alleged leaders of the Sinaloa cartel, Ismael Zambada Garcia, also known as El Mayo, and Joaquin Guzman Lopez. And you see their mugshots there before you. So, and we're learning, I want to put the statement up from Merrick Garland. Let's read it here as well. Garland says this: the Justice Department has taken into custody 2 additional alleged leaders of the Sinaloa cartel, one of the most violent and powerful drug trafficking organizations in the world. Ismael Zambada Garcia, or El Mayo, co-founder of the cartel, and Joaquin Guzman Lopez, a son of its other co-founder, were arrested today in El Paso, Texas. Now, the son of its other co-founder, that's referring to El Chapo there as well. Now, Garland goes on to say in the statement, both men are facing multiple charges in the United States for leading the cartel's criminal operations, including its deadly fentanyl manufacturing and trafficking networks. He goes on to say El Mayo and Guzman Lopez join a growing list of Sinaloa cartel leaders and associates who the Justice Department is holding accountable in the United States. That includes the cartel's other co-founder, Joaquin Guzman Loera, or El Chapo, another of El Chapo's sons and an alleged cartel leader, Ovidio Guzman Lopez, and the cartel's alleged lead sicario, Nestor Isidro Perez Salas.
Okay, there go the other names.
So we're learning that these arrests took place today in El Paso.
Share the
Texas.
link.
Let's
Very
put up their
interesting.
mugshots,
Thank you.
Yet again here, you can see them right now. So this is quite significant here. Reading more from the Associated Press.
Thank you.
That the U.S. government.
So those was those other sons.
Another of El Chapo's sons and an alleged cartel leader.
Because one of them was already in jail in
a growing list of Sinaloa cartel leaders
Chicago.
and associates who the Justice Department is holding accountable in the United States. That includes the cartel's other co-founder, Joaquin Guzman Loera, or El Chapo, another of El Chapo's sons and an alleged cartel leader, Ovidio Guzman Lopez, and the cartel's alleged lead sicario, Nestor Isidro Perez Salas, or El Nini. So we're learning that these arrests took place today in El Paso, Texas. Let's put up their mugshots yet again here. You can see them right now. So this is quite significant here. Reading more from the Associated Press that the U.S. government had offered a reward of up to $15 million for information leading to his capture, referring to El Mayo, the historic leader of Mexico's.
I wondered, you know, since this is Houston, El Paso and stuff like that, I wonder is some of this also why quit out? Why it don't matter what the fuck he do, they gonna let his ass out because they still wanted him to give some higher ups. Is he trying to walk free by giving the cartel? Is that a possibility? Let's keep listening. And if somebody want to know why I'm so close, because I can, it's you ugly motherfuckers who don't. Laquita. It's the ugly folk who ashamed or scared to have someone up close on how they really look. That's why y'all be having it way back there. Y'all be miles away from the, because y'all don't want nobody to see how ugly you really are up close and impersonal. Get your ass on.
Sinaloa cartel now in the custody of the U.S. Department of Justice as well as Joaquin Guzman Lopez, a son of another infamous cartel leader, being El Chapo. They were both arrested today by U.S. authorities in El Paso, Texas. So, like I said, this is quite something. Remember, in recent years, El Chapo's sons have led a faction of the cartel known as the Little Chapos, or Chapitos, that has been identified as one of the main exporters of fentanyl to the U.S. market. Now, you'll remember, El Chapo Guzman was sentenced to life in prison in the United States in 2019. You'll remember that case was prosecuted and adjudicated in Brooklyn, New York. Back out there to some more of this video. Now, you'll remember that they were seen as more violent and flamboyant than Zambada. Their security chief was arrested by Mexican authorities in November. One of them, Ovidio Guzman Lopez, was arrested and extradited to the U.S. last year. He pleaded not guilty to drug trafficking charges in Chicago in September. So this is, like I said, a family affair.
Him is who they think is snitching.
Guzman, his sons, and this other,
because he is Chicago.
big kahuna, El Mayo there, with the operation of drug trafficking charges in Chicago. Was arrested by Mexican authorities in November. One of them, Ovidio Guzman Lopez, was arrested and
A video.
extradited to the U.S. last year. He pleaded not guilty to drug trafficking charges in Chicago in September. So this is, like I said, a family affair of El Chapo Guzman, his sons, and this other, like I said, big kahuna, El Mayo there, with the operations of the Sinaloa drug cartel now being quite hampered and impeded by these arrests today. Also, you can get the sense that there was cooperation between Mexican and American authorities as well. So I wanted to make sure we got this story into you going forward. So more though on Zambada, he was one of the longest surviving capos in Mexico. He was considered the strategist of the Sinaloa cartel, more involved in day-to-day operations than his flashier and better-known boss, El Chapo. Strong ties, though, to Colombian cocaine suppliers and his cells across the U.S. made Zambada one of the most powerful drug traffickers in the world. He'd been among the leaders of the Sinaloa cartel since the 1970s, with their principal livelihood being the sale of narcotics in the United States. So, and you can see there the evolution of kind of the drug trade with some of these cartels to our neighbors down south there in Mexico, from cocaine to heroin, a lot of these narcotics, and then ultimately ending in the very deadly narcotic fentanyl there. So I wanted to make sure, like I said, we got this breaking news in as well.
Illegal immigration affects us all.
Okay,
On a road
so
like
before I go, I'm finna name off these cities that I was talking about just a minute ago. Let me get back. Bear with me. Y'all hit the like button for AunTeaFee. We're going to have something to talk about later on tonight. Is that all right? 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 Get your tea ready or whatever you going to sip on. Because we going to sip tonight. We going to sip tonight. We sipping AunTeaFee. We going to sip tonight. Yes, indeed. Okay, Petties. We gon' sip tonight. We gon' tonight. Okay, so beyond Tennessee, it says trafficking. Eight states, including Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Mississippi, Missouri, North Carolina, and Texas. Where did didn't the chief, wasn't chief in North Carolina? The Mexican cartel. What else did I say? Let me go up here where it talked about that, Bell's bonds. Didn't they just have a bust on that bail bonds scheme? And this hitman stuff. All these hitmen. He wanted, get my drink. Get your drink ready, boo. We gon' sip tonight. We gon' sip tonight. We gon' sip tonight. We gon' sip tonight. From the mid-1990s to 2008, for his connection with the Mexican cartel. He was from Memphis. Sharks was swimming in the beach. Ha! Sure was. Sure was. Sure was. Yeah, North Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama. I told y'all the Black Mafia family. Who and his wife, Latasha Booker. Something happened with some Bookers not too long ago. I saw that name. It was a bus. They was a part of a bus. Some Bookers. Yeah, on the beach. I mean, sorry, same thing. The waters. It was swimming in the waters. The waters, yes. They said he was highly guarded in Mexico by El Chapo. It's heavy, y'all. It's heavy. It's heavy. Dolph didn't have a chance. But I told you a long time ago that they had seen some things that they didn't want to be a part of. And AunTeaFee has always believed that it was the human trafficking part of it. They would have been down for a whole bunch of just about everything else but their human trafficking. That's just my opinion. Yeah. And old girl, we cannot forget, got that other girl out of jail. Turner's. Olive Branch. Marcus Turner. He ordered a hit on Marcus Turner out of Olive Branch. That's me. Kidnapper. Baby. Everything that cartel man is being accused of is the same shit that Petties was accused of in his style in Memphis. Yeah. And I told y'all some months ago, Tallahassee, Florida, that he was still Atlanta. Yeah, was still ordering hits from behind bars. I'm willing to bet you he was one of them higher ups that they tried to contact because it was somebody that was bigger than Daddyo. Because that man, Ian, said Daddyo couldn't stop it. They tried to stop it. It was bigger than, what's his name? Big head, bald headed guy. Playing with GUCCIMANE. And that's why his mom and them sick, because they knew that Juke was snitching with the feds. Okay, y'all, I'll be back. Rico's coming. Rico. Get y'all drinks together. What we're sipping. Let's get our sip on. I gotta go. I gotta get back to work. Mwah. Peace. Bye. 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 Bye.